I'll go back to the learning disabilities in more detail, but first I want to say that the general characteristics of learning disabilities are firstly that they stem from neurobiological factors. So there are neurobiological correlates of learning disabilities, which means that if we take an MRI of a child who struggles, say who has dyslexia, and during reading, we're going to see that that child's brain is going to activate differently as compared to a child that does not have dyslexia. So it's a real thing. It's not an excuse for children who have weaknesses or who are not working hard in certain areas. It's a real condition. Learning disabilities can be mild, moderate, or severe. A mild problem can be called a learning disability. Learning disabilities are lifelong. This is important because it means that as a teacher, or whether it be classroom or resource, if a parent says to you, oh, he used to have dyslexia, but now he's okay, the red flag should be going up because learning disabilities last throughout the lifespan. They don't go away. So the children can absolutely progress, and their profile may change slightly over time, and we hope that it changes even more than slightly if they're making important gains, but the difficulty will be there throughout the lifespan, unfortunately. Another important point is that written language disability can be identified very, very early on. So as soon as the first year of primary school, one could technically identify a written language disability. And that's important to know because I think there are still many people out there who think that it can only be diagnosed as of about grade 4. I'm still hearing that a lot. So that's an important myth that needs to be debunked. And then finally, an important factor for teachers, but especially second language teachers, is that learning disabilities will cut across languages. You will see the disability, whether you're talking about an oral language disability or a written language disability, you will see problems in all of the child's languages. Now, the problems may look a little bit different. So in terms of oral language development, we know that children learning French, for example, have a lot of difficulty with object pronouns when they have a developmental language disorder. And in English, they tend to struggle more with tense marking. So there are subtle differences, but the difficulties would appear in all languages. Same thing for written languages. A child who has, for written language disabilities rather, a child who struggles with decoding in English will struggle with decoding in French, and vice versa.